Hi, welcome back to Side 9 Homestead. Today we have a special treat for you. We are going to be unboxing our new meat grinder and sausage stuffer. So, funny story with these, I have been looking for these ever since we started really getting into barbecue, because when you do briskets and if you buy the whole spare ribs, there's a lot of trim meat that you cut off. And of course you don't want to waste it because you paid good money for the meat. And it's perfectly good meat. So the more research I did, you can use those trimmings to make either your own burgers, or you can use it to make sausage. But in order to do that, I needed a meat grinder and a sausage stuffer. So there's a site that's called Meet Your Maker, and I've been stalking that site for a while, but they either would have one in and one out of stock, and it was just back and forth. And then when they would run sales, I'd try to hurry up and get in there, and it would be sold out. So I believe it was over Memorial Day. I happened to just check again because I got an email that they were having a sale, and lo and behold, both were in stock. So I hurried up and bought it, and the meat grinder was on sale. So we're going to unbox these today and take a look at what we got, and in future videos we'll show you how we're going to use them. Show you how to make these amazing shotgun shells. We did the snake method with them too. So you have 2 layers of the briquettes on the bottom, one on the top. Look at those, they look amazing. Wonderful glaze on them, and they are the perfect snack.
All that bacon.
On the Weber kettle.
Delicious. All right, we'll see you back in 15.
Move that butter around a little bit, let that melt. It's my very own box. Wow. Okay. Oh. Okay. Some little instruction booklets. I'm too short for this. All right. There she is in all her glory. All right, so figure out how to get all these pieces out. So these are the little horns that you put on the end. So they're different sizes depending on what kind of sausage that you're making. Okay. And that concludes all I know about it. Let's see. My little hand crank, which I believe goes on here. Here we go. So it has holes on the side here that you can, if you wanted to, you could drill it down or clamp it down, which, as you can see, it does move, so it may not be a bad idea to clamp it. So this is raising up the center part, which is where you would put your sausage mixture. Alright, so I have it completely taken apart. Well, you know, this part is raised up so that I can take this out of here. So this is where you'd put your sausage. All the meat would go in there. This unscrews, and this is where you would attach the horns for your sausage size. And then you put this back in here. And that's it. And then you grind it back down. You push this down, and as you use the handle, this is going to go back down, and that's how it'll push the meat out. So, very cool. Alright, time for the Big Daddy. This box is crazy heavy, so not sure how I'm going to get it out of here. It's another box. Lots of parts. Alright, so you may have noticed that the other big pieces are already out. That's because they are so heavy and it wasn't something that was fit for public consumption to watch. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so all these gadgets. They look like they're the sausage thing, but they're not. So this is like your plunger. So this goes on top. Well, I guess I have to put the motor on first. I don't know if I can do that. This is really heavy too. Alright, so okay, so here's your meat trough, for lack of a better word. Okay, alright. So it comes with the smaller grinder. It already has the larger one on here, and I believe these just twist off. Someday. Holy cow. Okay. So then this thing, this size, if I hit fingernails, comes off, and then you could use the smaller one. So depending on how coarse of a grind you want. Put that on. Okay. Now the nice thing with this one as well, that some of the other ones did not have, is it has a storage drawer down here. So you can put your extra things. Some of these fit, but I think the big one, they fit. So you can fit all your stuff in here, so you don't have to worry about losing pieces and things like that. Alright, so let me get this put back on. Perfect. Just my meat plunger. Get in there, brisket. Alright, that's enough fun. Okay, so this is pretty much ready to go. Once I decide that I am ready to make sausage or grind up meat for burgers, things like that, it's ready to go. Now this is the 1 horsepower from Meat. They have smaller ones. I think they go as low as a 0.5 horsepower and up to maybe 1.5. So I kind of went with the middle of the road. And they were having a sale, like I said, I forget how much off, 15, maybe 20% off, something like that. So made it relatively a little bit more affordable. Just leave it at that. So the one thing to remember too when you're using a meat grinder is you want to make sure that your meat is really cold. So if it's thawed out, you want to make sure you throw it in the freezer for maybe an hour just to kind of help it. And if you're doing it outside, like we probably will be, you can freeze some of these pieces too, like your actual grinding wheel, to make it nice and cold so that you don't have, because what will happen is the fat will just kind of smear and it just becomes a mess and things will clog and you'll have a problem with that. But if you're doing it inside, you probably won't have that issue. So that's it. So we have our meat grinder and our sausage stuffer. So stay tuned to future videos where we figure out how to use them. We appreciate you watching. So if you like this video, please hit the like button below and subscribe to our channel for future updates about our meat.